Welcome to my Bomberman build, you bombing bastards. This is an early game Neo 2 build that has been created in Last Chance Trial. When full game releases, this should work the same. There's no reason not to. This is ninjutsu based build that uses Profligate Sinner set to maximize potential of throwing bombs. If bombs are not enough, then we paralyze the opponent and do increased melee damage to paralyzed victims with Dual Sword's most famous attack called Sign of the Cross. Set that we are using is Profligate Sinner. This set gives us throwing speed bonus with gunpowder bomb. It gives us also 20% chance that gunpowder bomb will not be consumed upon use, and it increases overall bomb damage, that means for Iga shrapnel bombs and gunpowder bombs. Next to that we also take a bit less damage and also have 40% increased melee damage versus paralyzed enemy. On your weapon you should have paralysis accumulation increase, Sign of the Cross damage and preferably burn accumulation. All of these can be acquired through tempering at the blacksmith. Preferred bonuses on armor pieces are untouched ninjutsu, ninjutsu power, life and attack. Accessories are very limited in number at the moment, so I don't have many options. From what I did find, I used anything that would increase ninjutsu power or have untouched ninjutsu. Guardian Spirit that I'm using is Haobishin, or however you pronounce that, mainly because of the attack bonus from Amrita gauge. As you can see, this increases our attack based of Amrita stored in the Amrita gauge. Amrita gauge is the gauge that lets us transform into yokai, or shiftling, however you want to call it. So what we need to do is have that gauge at maximum as much as possible, but do not use yokai shift. Other option is Itokuri because of the paralysis accumulation. Unfortunately, we do not need courage nor magic with this build, so it's really not that efficient. I'm certain that there will be some other Guardian Spirits that we can have in the final version of the game that would have some kind of ninjutsu power increase or unscathed ninjutsu or something like that. In that case, you should go for that specifically. Stats that we need are skill and dexterity. Skill increases damage with dual swords and with rifle as well, which is very useful, and dexterity increases our ninjutsu capacity and ninjutsu power. Those are the only two that we need. However, we still need stamina at 9 and strength at 6 to wear this set properly, because that will reduce its weight to below 100% and also enable us to use it, because it requires strength of 6. Dexterity increases damage with Kusarigama, so Kusarigama is good secondary weapon to have with this build. From ninjutsu tree, skills that we need are bomb based ones like gunpowder bomb, shrapnel bomb, enhanced shrapnel bomb and bomb making. Note that you can upgrade these skills, meaning that you can level them up a couple of times. For example, gunpowder bomb can be leveled 3 times, which would decrease jutsu cost and increase number of bombs that we can prepare. That is important to know. On the other side, we need paralytic groundfire. It is the best version of paralysis in the game because it will almost certainly paralyze the enemy, unless enemy runs through it. From dual swords tree we need Sign of the Cross upgrade, and I would also advise relentless upgrades that would increase maximum ki when dual swords are equipped. Having other active skills such as God of Wind, better windstorm and so on is also preferable, but Sign of the Cross upgrade is the most important here. Next to that, focus on getting all blue nodes that are passive increases in one way or another. They either improve ki in some way or they improve damage. Primary ones that you should go for are Relentless, that increases maximum ki when wielding dual swords, Touchy Arts that increases melee damage against enemies with full health, and Shadow Strike that increases damage to enemies dealt from behind. Those are blue nodes that you should go for first, and then add other ones. This build is very simple to play and is very effective against bosses and for clearing stages. Throwing a couple of bombs at even more powerful yokai enemies will reduce their health significantly, making them easier to kill. What we do is we start by buffing ourselves with Power Pill or Carnage, completely up to you, but be warned that Carnage increases damage that you take. Put Steel Talisman that increases defense, then Paralytic Trap on the floor, and then start throwing bombs. When enemy tries to reach us, they will get paralyzed, and then we go behind and use Sign of the Cross. That's all there is to it. In between, use Cherry Blossom from high stance that can do insane amount of damage, but I prefer using that against normal enemies. Against bosses, mid stance is the thing to go for, because you can block a lot more. Windstorm is also useful from high stance because it pushes enemies a little bit back and can do decent amount of damage. That's the early game build that will help you tremendously in clearing stages and going from checkpoint to checkpoint, and it will make bosses a lot easier. Thank you for watching, I hope you enjoyed the video and stay tuned for more NIOH 2 videos.